It's the next day, the following afternoon actually.
Welcome to 3D Accuracy, where I'll talk about 3D printing, 3D product design, and 3D injection and die-cast mold design.
I was just looking at things and all the stuff I want to accomplish today, and I just realized I don't have enough of those little twisty wing nut things to bind the wires together inside all the little receptacle boxes. I guess that's what happens when you're new at doing this stuff. You know, you don't think ahead to every little step and know in advance what you're going to need. You kind of discover it along the way as you're doing it. You say all of a sudden, oh, I forgot that. Another trip to Lowe's. But anyway, I'm going to put the other stuff up as best I can, and then I'll come back and do the junction boxes, the receptacle boxes. I get those done. So let me show you what I have. I have the 3 receptacle boxes here, 1, 2, 3, and 2 of those are going up here, 1, 2, and then 1 is going back behind the 3D printer over there for the air compressor for the outlet. But I just realized I don't have enough of the little twisties to bind all the wires together. Okay, anyway, I'll get this cable all strung out and then I'll decide how to do. Made some pretty good progress today. Still not 100% finished, but it's getting there. And I'm going to call it a day because I'm tired of going up and down the ladder, up and down and up and down and up and down, and screw up the thing and screw the brackets in and hold metal clad cable, and I'm tired. But let me show you what I had accomplished. We've seen the cable going across the top of the garage, the electric wires, electric cables, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Who cares? You know what I mean. Anyway, we got them all the way down, all the way to there. So you see, I'm close to the end. I've got the 2 metal clad cables that have to run down into the corner up there and then down the wall for this machine. And I got the receptacle boxes up there, and what I'm going to do is wire it so that the one on the left is going to be for the Connex 500, and the one on the right is going to be for the Fortus 250 here. So, and then I'll have an extra outlet next to it, you know, an extra set, because I'm dividing them like I did all the other ones. And actually, these lines can be converted to 240 volt lines anytime I'd like to. It's just a matter of changing the breakers and rewiring the receptacle boxes. Anyway, a little tricky getting this in there. What I did is, you see, I have the 2 cables coming off the main cluster there, and then I got one feeding into the receptacle on the right, and one going through the receptacle on the right and into the receptacle on the left. That's so that I could put them close together like that, because I didn't want them too far from that pole. And there's some kind of a metal plate or something up in here holding the beams together, and I can't screw into that in that area. So I couldn't get them close to the pole. And the reason I want to do that is because, of course, the electric wires from the machines, the electric plugs, I'd like to bring them up the pole and then maybe zip tie them to the pole to keep it neat, and so they're not all over in the way and tripping on them and that kind of stuff. And it just looks a little neater if I can stay close to the pole as possible, so those electric plugs coming up can then go into their receptacles up there. So tomorrow, all I got to do is a couple of more brackets and get the wire down the wall. I'm not going to cut it. You see, actually what I did is I had that wire, I fed the first one, and then all I did was uncoil the rest of the wire. You see, it's all together. This is one long wire. So at some point I got to cut it. Actually, I'll make 2 cuts because I don't want to waste all this wire. I have to cut it, but right now that's one common wire. They're attached, and I just took the spool and just ran it back in the opposite direction and to get the other line. So I'm gonna just bring it into the corner and leave them together until the three-phase converter shows up, the converter panel and the motor, and then I'm getting one step closer to getting this machine up.
I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you're ever in need of 3D product design, 3D injection mold design, 3D die-cast mold design, or 3D printed prototypes or production parts, please feel free to contact me. You can find contact information in the video description. I look forward to hearing from you and to being of service to you. Thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate it. See you on 3D Accuracy's next video.